Hi, my name is Rebecca. Welcome back to my channel. Like, subscribe, all the things. All right. We're chugging right along with this fall vlog. We got this week and next week. And we'll be wrapping that sucker up because next week's Thanksgiving. Hallelujah. And it is November 19th. It is on a Tuesday. It is a Tuesday. And what is today's tea? Because we're having tea today. Because I had to get through this collection. This Benner Tea Company Harvest Tea Collection. Taste of Fall. Look at that. Taste of Fall. This is from Aldi. We have finished one complete row. We have started on row 2 because I got to catch up to this coffee one. Because I've chugged through the coffee. Okay. And tomorrow's going to have to be a coffee because I'm going to have to do it before I go to work. And I need coffee before I teach yoga school because I need some energy. So what is today's tea? What's the tea? Puns galore here. Puns galore. Today is orange tea. Aren't you glad we did this one? Speaking of puns, just call me Punzilla. I'm sorry, y'all. This is an herbal, caffeine-free tea. I should have, maybe, well, you'd probably say, no, you don't need caffeine right now. Thank goodness this is caffeine-free because you don't need any help with this pun stuff. So here it is. Here's the tea. Here's the tea. All the tea. I don't, it's got a little, yeah, I can smell a little citrus, orangey citrus, but it kind of reminds me of, I don't know what this reminds me of. What does this remind me of? Y'all are just like, why does this girl keep sniffing this cup? Because I can't quite place it. I mean, the only thing I could say, and I don't really think that's fair, you know how you used to go to like your grandma's house? You always used to have like that 30-year-old, or any elderly person's house, aunt, great aunt, whoever it is in your life, go to like an old person's house and they've got like that old potpourri that's like been sitting there for 30 years, 40 years. They probably got it on Blue Light Special at Kmart back in 1990. And it's covered with a little film of dust. I don't know why this reminds me of that. Like it's so faint, but you can still get something, but you can't quite place it. what the senses evoke. So yeah, this is what. Aren't you glad you tuned in today? Okay, let's taste this. Let's see if it tastes as wonderful as it smells because I just have not had any luck with this tea set. It just tastes like tea to me. I mean, the little harvest tea set that I got from Republic of Tea, like some of them I was like, I should have tried this first because then I would have been more appreciative of the harvest tea, the Republic of Tea. I keep wanting to call it Tea Republic because that's where I get t-shirts from. But the Republic of Tea harvest tea set, I mean, there was some tasty things. My sister stole some of those. Actually, I gave them. I say stole. She didn't steal them. I gave them to her. And she was going on about how delicious that one that I was going, I can't even remember what flavor it is now. I'm sure she'll watch. But anyways, she was like, oh, this is delicious. I was like, yes. Unlike this thing, I haven't had one yet that I'm like, oh my gosh, the flavors are just bursting in my mouth the way that first one I had from Republic of Tea, I think it was like pumpkin chai or something. I don't know. It was delicious. It was the best harvest tea, fall tea that I've had this season. And this is just kind of meh. Now, I will say last night's flavored, I think it was apple caramel or something. Caramel, I can't remember. I don't know what I did an hour ago. So, you know, I can't remember what flavor. I think it was apple caramel. But after I got done filming this, I automatically put it on the kitchen counter, got ready for bed, did some chores, and then I was like, I got to drink this tea. And by this point, it was cold. It had been sitting there for a while. It actually tasted pretty decent an hour later and freaking cold. But I mean, you can't say, oh, because you let it stew for an hour. But at the same time, there's no tea bag in it. It's this thing. I don't understand. Anyways, I'm hoping the advent calendar doesn't make me sad, or else this will be the saddest Christmas. I'll be like Tiny Tim, you know, on the Christmases, you know, Christmas future Tiny Tim, being very sad, and then eventually, you know, they're crying over me, crying over my little cane by the door, because this will be so sad if this is anything like this. But I'm hoping this will be better, A, because it's a Christmas one, and it's also tea bags, and it comes with 48 tea bags. So I'm hoping this will be better than this. I still have hope. We're only through the first row. We're starting row 2, but thus far, not impressed. Hence why I have chugged through more of this. A, I like coffee, but B, this is than this. Yeah, I just, you know. All right, moving on right along with life here. So, what is happening? Oh, it is, we're a little over a week away from Thanksgiving. Next week, my plan is next week with each vlog, I'm going to share with you a little Thanksgiving themed something I like to watch each year leading up to Thanksgiving, because I'm a child, you know, I have to have themed things, you know. I'm like, you know, Halloween, I've got all my little themed shows. Christmas, I got all my themed shows. And yes, I have my Thanksgiving stuff watching lined up, okay? So I'll start sharing that stuff. I was going to do a little holiday sneaky peeky for you today, with my little show and tell. I've got 2 show and tells. So it's out because I'm going to start partaking. I was going to partake while we were decorating the tree, but I was technically past my fasting time. I have moved my fasting time. I was doing 10 to 6. Well, I think through the holidays, I need to do like noon to 8. It'll be my 8-hour fast. I mean, window of eating, you know, I'll fast the rest of the time. Because, you know, I gotta eat some turkey. I gotta eat some holiday stuff. I've got to partake in the fun, you know, because noon to 6, I'm at work mostly, and I need to enjoy my life a little bit. So I moved it up for the holidays. We'll see how that works. It may stay after the holidays. It just depends how I do. But this is one of my favorite things. Okay, I usually get like the regular stuff. I did find this. Okay, every year I love mulled wine. And because it's Thanksgiving coming up, I do start partaking around Thanksgiving. I usually like to drink it when I'm putting up my tree. But this is the blueberry mulled wine. I got this at Aldi. Blueberry mulled wine. I haven't tried the blueberry. I'm kind of looking forward to trying it, but I need to go and get the regular stuff. But I also sometimes make my own. Well, I don't make my own mulled wine. I just buy the wine, the apple juice, and then I buy like the mulling spices that you get at the grocery store, and I do a big pot of it. But okay, so this brings me to my my thrift store find. I found this like last week of September. I don't know. It was like earlier in the fall. I found this. I found 2 Christmas mug items, and I'll show you the other one later. But yes, I found, and if I've shown this, I'm sorry. I'm getting old and I cannot remember things. No, actually, I've just got too much. It's the holidays. They are approaching, and I'm trying to do Christmas shopping. There's just a lot of stuff going on, as you all know, with your own lives. But this made me so happy. Okay, so I'm going to drink this on a coffee vlog, even though this is not very sensible for coffee, because this little pod, because this is about the size of the pods that the coffee ones come in. Or maybe I'll do the tea bags. I don't know. Because I do have some 12 Days of Christmas sets that I'm going to add to this, just so I'm not completely sad if this tea advent calendar makes me really sad. And I'll show that to you next week. Okay, that will be revealed. All will be revealed. But my Goodwill thrift store, it wasn't that good. It's like a thrift store in town, a little local one, charity shop. I found this, and I was like, oh, I've got to use this for my advent calendar. But its main purpose is going to be for this stuff, particularly when I make my vat. I always make a vat on Christmas Eve. So I'm going to start using this. Yes, this thing is about as big as my head. This coffee mug. Feast mode. Look at that sucker. Look at that. Feast mode. I cannot wait to start using it. I'm going to use this starting Thanksgiving because this is when feast mode hits. Okay, this is why I'm going ahead and showing this to you and not saving it for December, because this bad boy is coming out Thanksgiving. This thing makes me so happy. I think I paid 88 cents or like $1 something for this thing. This thing is ginormous. I saw it and I was like, I can't pass this up. This is just too perfect. And I'll show you the bottom of it. So the bottom, it is a ceramic mug. It is 48 fluid ounces. Dishwasher safe. There's not a brand on here, but it does say made in China. So there it is, and there's the bottom with all the info. I've run it through the dishwasher. I mean, look at this thing. Look at this thing. This is insane. So I keep showing you this Darcy doll. Let's look at Darcy compared to this mug. There we are, Darcy to the mug. Look at that. Oh my. Oh my. This thing, 48 fluid ounces, and yes, it's gonna be for mulled wine, it's gonna be for my coffees, but I'm sure like the coffee will probably be like to here or something, and it'll be like, oh, okay, and I'll be like trying to get all my coffee. Maybe I just put a straw in it. That's what I'll do, put a straw in it. But this made me this was the find of the century. Sometimes when you go into thrift stores, you just like, I can't find anything. It's just a trash heap today. But this little guy was waiting for me, and I looked over, and he called my name. He's like, Rebecca, come and get me. It's time for feast mode. So yes, this is happening. I may just start using it this weekend. I think the Sunday before Thanksgiving is the start of the holiday season. Even though we technically put up the tree last Sunday. But yes. There we are. I'm going to try to get my decorating in this room done this weekend. And I don't know what we're doing with the outside. I'm trying to talk them into it. And they're like, no. And I'm like, but there's a contest and I'm in feast mode. But anyway, so there we are. Those are my finds. My Aldi blueberry mulled wine. I need to get some, their regular, like the OG mulled wine. I loved mulled wine. It's my favorite. I think my favorite was a friend brought some mulling spices back they're from the UK, and they had like a bag, like the little baggie, and it was from Marks and Spencer's, and it had like dried oranges and like chunks. Like the one that I get here at Publix, it's just powder, but this was like chunks. It was like potpourri. Speaking of potpourri, old potpourri, that's what it looked like. It looked like potpourri, and then you put it in, and you made the stuff. It was delicious, and it was so festive. I felt like I was on the set of or in a scene, the party scene of the George C. Scott A Christmas Carol, which is my favorite version of Christmas Carol. I gotta watch that this weekend, by the way. Even though I've got to get through my Thanksgiving stuff, I'm a sucker for A Christmas Carol. Probably because I worked that show. I worked in a theater. I was a child wrangler, child artist supervisor for the kids. We had 2 kid casts, and we did Christmas Carol every year for about 8, 9 years. I can't remember how many years, but I was there probably about 7 or 8 of those years. Or I can't remember. Okay, anyway, so I can sit here do math, and all I'm doing is thinking of this. But I have a fondness in my heart for Christmas Carol, because I did that for many a Christmas after my mom died. It was kind of like my new holiday tradition, and it kind of helped me get through those first 5, 6 Christmases without my mom doing Christmas Carol. So it has a special place in my heart. And also Muppet Christmas Carol, it's the best. So anywho, so I cannot wait. I'm telling you, fall, like October, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, it's my favorite time of year. It just makes me so happy. It's so festive. I get to go into feast mode, and you get to buy stupid crap like this that you don't need at a thrift store for like $1. So there we are. All right, so what did we learn today? I'm just gushing over the fact that next week is Thanksgiving. I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite Thanksgiving shows, movies, themed stuff, because most people are usually like, there's nothing to watch on Thanksgiving. Oh yes, there is. And I will be talking about those starting this weekend. What else did I talk about? I talked about how I'm busting out the mulled wine this weekend with my thrift store treasure find, Feast Mode, 48 fluid ounces. So delicious, so wonderful, full of mulled wine or whatever else. Maybe some eggnog, maybe some hot cocoa. Ooh, I could put like lots of hot cocoa in there. Ooh. Yeah, I've got problems. So yeah, I got my lights red and green in here. Starting to get there. We've got this delicious, the whole reason we're here this fall vlog is to try this tea, and I just keep ignoring it because I just don't want to talk about it. It's bland. Is anyone else having this out here? If you are drinking this, what is your opinion of the tea? Let me know in the comments, because I'm starting to think the Republica tea set was killer Phyllis Diller, but today's flavor is the orange tea. Aren't you glad you tuned in today to watch me talk about all this nonsense with my potpourri smelling, citrus potpourri smelling tea? Just needs a little something. Maybe I'll put a little honey in it afterwards. We'll see how I feel. Anywho, so I need to wrap this up. We're at 16 minutes. It's a dreary day outside, so it's already starting to feel like the holidays in the area I live in. Just dreary sun. No snow, just dreary and ugly outside. So I always say I'd like to go somewhere where it snows for Christmas so I can feel like you know, that film White Christmas, or Home Alone with all the snow, but no luck here. But anywho, counting down to Thanksgiving and all the food. I love food, obviously I love to feast. So there you have it, today's vlog, me thinking about Thanksgiving food, my mulled wine, my Feast Mode cup, and everything that I'm going to put in it. Definitely not dreaming of this tea. I'm ready to be done with this. And unfortunately, I bought the Advent calendar. Hopefully this one's better. But anywho, I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you bright and early because I got to do this early because I got a full day tomorrow. I was able to get a lunch break today to do this non-sensory thing that I do here called a fall vlog. So I'll see you tomorrow. Like, subscribe. I hope you watched the legging video. I had a couple of comments. And then Friday's another Music Friday. I'll try to get a yoga video up this weekend. Promise. So, because we need some yoga to relax us through this holiday time. So, I'll see you tomorrow. Like, subscribe, all the things. Y'all behave yourself. Go get some mulled wine if you're of legal age. Bye.